With a wonderful world of games.
Alright, you beautiful peoples of the interwebs, it's me, Glyn. This is CheapSkate Gaming, or if you're on Rumble, it's the Woke Bottomus. And this is the weekly freebie roundup where we check out all the free games you can get. Some are totally free, some are based upon your subscription models, e.g. things like if you're an Amazon Prime member, if you're a PlayStation Network Plus or Extra subscriber, Xbox GamePass subscriber, whatever. Or Humble Choice is another one. Yeah, we've got to do that one then this week as well. That's very important. Anyway, that's enough yibba yabba. Let's start off with the first totally free game, and that's going to be on the Epic Game Stores. So let me just pop over to here. Here we are, we're on the Epic Game Stores. You can see it right behind my head here, or up here somewhere. Where is it? Up there, somewhere up there. Anyway, so of course this week, as we always do, they always show you what next week's games is. So we looked at it last week, but this week, if you're new to my channel, it's Bear and Breakfast. Now, Bear and Breakfast, what this is, it's a sim game sort of thing where you're essentially running a bed and breakfast. Skip past that, we can show you the graphics. It's quite simplest graphics, but I tell you what, it gets really good reviews, this game. So I haven't played it, I'm not going to judge it, but apparently if you want a chilled out sim type game, then this is a really good one. So don't judge a book by its cover. Apparently once you start playing it, you really get into it. And to be fair, I played I never thought I was going to enjoy the theme park games. And once I started playing those, Jesus Christ, I was addicted for like 2 or 3 weeks. The one, because they gave one away on PlayStation Network, part of the PlayStation Plus a few years back, or a couple of years back. Anyway, right, that's your Epic Games. What was it for next week? We've got 2 next week, so they've gone back to giving away 2 games next week, and we're looking at Empyrean Galactic Survival and Outliver Tribulation. So I'm not sure what those are, but we'll have a look at them next week. Right, let's pop straight along to, not to there, to the Amazon Prime games. So if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you get free games every week, and they change then over the month as well. So these are your free games this week. But before we go and have a look at those, let's go and check out the Luna games, because they would have changed the new Luna games. So do I actually, here we go. Ooh, we've got some nice interesting ones on there. Wow, okay, Luna's looking really sharp this month. So they've added Alien Isolation. Great game, especially now it's coming to October, Oktoberfest and Halloween and all that. Great game to play, Alien Isolation. And they've added Mortal Shell, which is, if you like your Dark Souls, Demon Souls, if you like your Souls-like, Mortal Shell is a very good Souls-like. Still got Fallout on there, and X-Defiant. Dusk is a new one. I think that must be the 3D version. There's so many versions of this Dusk as well. And Tormented Soul, and this is one I've never heard of, called Perish. So they've definitely added some horrors in here. A Medieval. Oh, they've stuck Valfaris in here. Wow, okay. Oh no, this is, hold on, these are coming to the games now. Hold on, sorry, no, these are on Luna. Forget Valfaris, that was a no, it is on Luna. Play on Luna. So I don't understand what are they. Normally this is unusual. Look, Luna's got, yes they are Luna games. Yeah, so Valfaris, play on Luna. Yeah, Doomblade, Monster Harvest, Dr. Fetus, Mean Meat Machine. Wow, they've added loads of stuff. They've basically, because normally you've got, if you for extra, it used to only be 2 or 4. I think originally it was 4 games on your Luna. Now you've got 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19 different games you can play on your Luna. And they do change some of them out every month, but there are ones which are always in it, like the Fortnites and the Trackmania. So yeah, really, they're really pushing. I've definitely got to have a look at this one later, Parish. Anyway, right, let's have a look at the free games this week. So the free games where you can download onto your PC are Scarf, and I believe this is, I think it's straight onto the PC, isn't it? It's, sorry, straight onto the Prime. Let me just have to scroll all the way back up. Yeah, Scarf is an actual Prime game. So this Scarf is a 3D animated adventure game. Looks pretty cool. Then we've got the next game is a GOG game, yeah, which is Hive Jump 2 Survivors. So I'm looking at this, I'm getting a Vampire Survivors feel about it, but I'm not sure if it is or not. I haven't played it, but it definitely does look like Vampire Survivors, and it sort of has a description similar to it, being a but it's got levels, so you might be able to progress. So there we go. Now the next couple of games are on GOG, so you're going to need this is called the Eternal Cylinder. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but it's a free game. Graphics look pretty okay on it. Looks quite strange and weird and unusual going on. What is it? You were born on a dangerous planet with surreal and fantastical environments. So it's definitely got them. Teeming with exotic creatures that defy description. This world is both terrifying and awe-inspiring. Right, where's the actual details? It's hard to make out what exactly type of game it is. It says it's an indie adventure game. Okay, fair enough. The next game, again, another one. This is an interesting one. No Straight Roads. I can remember this. This was very popular when it came out. NSR for short. Sorry. No Straight Roads. It's definitely music based. I'm not sure if it's a rhythm combo game. Could well be. Definitely looks a bit rhythm combo, doesn't it? So that's cool. And then we've got, I think it's another GOG game, and this is Spirit of the North, the one with the foxes. So that's cool. Another adventure game then. I think it's an adventure game. Yeah, puzzle adventure indie, yeah. And then last of all, let me just see where Tomb Raider is a GOG game. Sorry, the other three games were Epic Game Stores. Tomb Raider is on GOG. And it's Tomb Raider Legend. Great game. Loved them. Done nearly all the Tomb Raider. The only Tomb Raiders I never finished were Tomb Raider 2 because I didn't own it. A friend owned it. But I played a hell of it. And Tomb Raider 3, but I watched Danny complete it. Every other Tomb Raider I've completed, including the first one back in the day. Right, so I think that's Prime Gaming out of the way. That's quite a lot to go through there. The Luna's looking really good this month. Anyway, we'll round it up at the end. Let's pop along over to Steam. Right, please load in Steam. So again, this is how we do it. The free games, we just press search. And these are just all the free games on Steam. Turn the focus bar here, the narrow by price, put it to free. Change that to the release date and make sure that you press it on games only. And that's all the games that are free from today backwards. Now I've rather than go through them all like I've been doing, I've highlighted some of the ones I thought are worth pointing out. And there's quite a few this week. So this is one, Sim Solver. This looked really nice. Looks interesting. It's like a 3D puzzle game. I just like the graphics on it. And it's only one guy's made and only one person's reviewed it, but it just looks really good. This guy, Jonathan Hale. Top notch, mate. That looks really good. And I'm going to go and try it out anyway. I haven't had a chance yet. It's early on. Right, so that was Sim Solver. You see there. You can always pause it. Then we're going to have a look at this one. This is called Breaker Initiating. And I'm getting a very much a inside, the game inside, that sort of thing vibe from that. Definitely one of those sort of games. I bet he gets crushed in there. So that's definitely worth checking. Again, all free. And we'll also check out this one. Looked interesting. Room 12. Essentially, this is a mass puzzle game. There's over 200 puzzles. So I'm trying to remember the name of the game now. Not The Awakening. Oh, something like that anyway. Where you're going around an island doing loads of puzzles. Looks a little bit like that. Another game, Harbinger. This looked pretty cool. 3D shoot 'em up. Blast and I love games where you slide and sort of shimmy and slide. AKA like Apex Legends. Do like it. Be even better if it had a bit of wall running in it. Right, and so that one looked pretty cool. Again, this is free. This is all free on Steam. An Amazing Wizard. This is different. This is a roguelite, sort of like your Dead Cells style of game. Yeah, so that's the Amazing Wizard. I thought that looked interesting. This one then was, what was this one I was looking at? None Shall Intrude. Now this is basically a beta to a full game that's coming out. So it looked interesting. Looked okay. It's very well lighted. It looks like it's like some sort of card and turn-based game. Right, yeah, we'll move along. And Dangerous Back to School Season. This one is just strange. I don't really know what's going on, but I thought it could be interesting. Looks different. It's hard to make out from the video exactly what's going on, but there we are. I put it in my list. This looked cool. This looked really cool, actually. Please play. It's called Infinite Blue, and it's like you're swimming under the sea. Just looks like a chilled game where you can be a shark or a crab. It's different. Something to chill to. The graphics look really good, and I think it's a game by one guy or two guys, gluten-free games, and essentially he's put it in alpha mode for feedback, for bug reporting. So if you fancy having a quick go now, looks like good fun. Being a dolphin, be a whale. Looks good. Graphically looks superb, and it looks like quite good playability as well. Look at that, Echo the Dolphin, eat your heart out. Right, so that is Infinite Blue. Definitely, that one really sort of caught my... and that's it for the free games that I've sort of convoluted there. We're going to have a look at some deals, and I thought I'd point this deal out. Borderlands free, $4.99. What a bargain. And was there a couple more games on here? I'm sure there was something else as well that I thought was well worth taking a look. What is it with the Dark Souls? Why are they so expensive? Even though they're years and years old. I mean, some of these Dark Souls games are from like 2015 and 2016. They still want 20 quid and 15 quid. Look, £17.50 Dark Souls remastered. Oh, there we are. Metro Exodus, £5.29. Yeah. So Borderlands free, Metro Exodus. They're two I definitely recommend on the going cheap on the deals. Hopefully we'll get some more deals soon. Right, so that's all, most of the PC freebie stuff out the way. Let's pop along to the PlayStation Store because it's a new month, so we've got some new games on the PlayStation Store. Right, we'll head straight to the PlayStation Plus monthly games, and it's quite a good month this month. We've got WWE 2K24, so if you're into your wrestling games, here's a biggie. It's a massive download. I'm sure it was like 130 gig to download, something like that. Dead Space, the remake, not the old EA one. This is the remake. So again, that's a great game to check out on your PS5. And then we've got Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, this is weird. It looks like a cutesy Japanese type game, but it's not. It's actually got elements of horror in there, and it says that here, a psychological horror game about discovering the dark side of school romances. Never played it, but I've always heard good things about people who have played it. Anyway, Dead Space, definitely the standout. And if you're into wrestling games, well, that WK2K4 where you can go back and play sort of I don't know what they call the eras of wrestling games, but this is sort of my era. Andre the Giant, Hulk Hogan, the early Hacksaw Jim Duggan eras and all that. I used to love that. Vince Mahan, I can't even say his name. Jake the Snake and all those, and you can have them like WrestleMania 3, WrestleMania. I can remember watching some of these early WrestleManias back in the day. Right, and we'll check out, they haven't really added much to the monthly PlayStation Extra. Well, I can't remember going over this one, but that's Plucky Squire. That's quite a new game that's been chucked into the PlayStation Plus. Plus they chucked in the remake of The Last of Us Part 1, which is like the third time they've remade that. Come on, Sony, stop remaking games. Good God, start making new ones. Anyway, that is the PlayStation out the way. We're going to check out the Xbox. And we are on... What happened here? We're on the Xbox, and something happened there. It didn't go the right way for me. Recently added. Here we go. Right, so we're on the Xbox Game Pass, and these are the recently added games. And it doesn't look like they've added much since last week. The only thing I can see is Trials of Mana and New Frontiers, which is just part of the Overwatch. So I don't know if you get like extra people with your Overwatch. I'm not sure. Otherwise, most of the games were the same as last week. And then I've also got the PC version up here. I don't know why it did that. It's funny. Oh, what are you doing that for? It's like a ghost is in control of my computer here. And Explore. And the PC is the same. Trials of Mana. This is the PC, isn't it? Yeah, PC. So not much to be said about Xbox Game Pass this month. If there are any other new games, but it doesn't look like it. Right, so that's all the freebie games out the way. Let's go and check out some deals. So we're going straight over to Fanatical. And let me back out here because they have added a new one. They've added a couple of new ones since last week. And one of the ones I want to go through, let me just check in case someone, yeah, okay. So they've done the Resident Evil bundle. Now, personally, I think Humble Bundle had a better version of this a couple of weeks ago where you could get all the Resident Evil games. I think it was £26. If you were to add all of these games, it was basically every game here for about, I think it was 25, 26 quid. If you were to add all these games in, it comes to nearly 50 quid, twice the price of what the Humble Bundle. But the other thing is, this one, if there's only two games that you really want, you can add them for 16 quid off as free games. That comes to £22. So for instance, say you only wanted The Village, Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 2. Well, that's not a bad deal then. Or if you only want two games, The Village and Resident Evil, say 2, they're the two best games there. Then that's only going to cost you 16 quid. And that's not bad for just for The Village itself. So there is some value to be had in that one. Simply because you can pick and choose which ones you want. And another new one is this Platinum Collection Build Your Own, as you see, just launched Platinum Build Your Own Collection, and it's free games for £9.99 or free games for a tenner, and it goes up to 7 games for just under 3 quid each. Rage 2 is in there. The NSR, No Straight Roads, well, we've just got that for free off Amazon. This looked, in fact, this didn't look too bad actually, because look, you've got the Ad Infinitum, yeah, Ad Infinitum horror game, but you've also got this, the Stalker bundle. Now that's 4, is it 3 games, I think? Yeah, the complete bundle is Shadow Snobble, Call of Pipiat, and Clear Sky. All 3 of those Stalker games, so that's not bad for £3.33. Tormented Souls, you can play that on the Amazon as well. So, but yeah, Stalker, Ad Infinitum, and maybe like Rage 2, because that's the second Rage. That's pretty good, that one. That's not bad then for a tenner. 3 good games for a tenner, but there are other ones on there. Pays your money, takes your choice. So that's your new Fanatical deals. Don't forget there are all these other Fanatical deals available. Sci-Fi bundle. Oh, you see the Sci-Fi bundle? Oh yes, yeah, that's a great game, Sprawl. But you can't get that cheap somewhere else. But Infinity, there's a VR, a Prestige collection, Fanatical favorites. There's loads of good stuff there for Fanatical. Play. These are pretty good as well. The Play on the go, so they're designed for your Steam Deck. And there's normally some good bangers in there. Look, Beyond the Steel Sky, 166 each. Chorus, can't go wrong with that. Chorus, Beyond the Steel Sky, and any other one. Polytopia is a good game. Right, that's more or less your Fanatical out the way. I want to check out the Humble. Now, before we go to Humble Bundles, I want to show you there's a new month for choice, and this month's choice is great. I didn't get last month's choice. I skipped a month, didn't fancy it. This month's choice definitely will be getting, and it's simply because Nearly every game is a banger in here this month. You've got Remnant 2 from the Ashes, a game that still goes for like 20 plus quid. Normally about 25-30 quid this game goes for. You're only paying $8.99 for the month for all these games. And you get, once you bought them, you get to keep them. You've got PlayStation 5 Strikers, Persona 5 Strikers, sorry. Jusant, which looks amazing, this game does. This is really weird. You're climbing a mountain. Is this the one where you're climbing a mountain? Yeah. So it takes like the climbing idea and makes a game out of it. I suppose it's a bit like how Death Stranding turned walking from destination to destination into a game, which it does very, very well. This has turned climbing into a game, so I really fancy this Jusant. Dome Keeper. This is a bit like Wall World, and I love Wall World, so I'll definitely enjoy that. Jack Move. I'm not quite sure what this is. If it looks almost like a rhythm dancer game, but I don't think it is. It's an RPG apparently. Oh yeah, turn-based RPG where you play a single person, not a group. I think you can change how your attacks flow and move, and it's based on software, hardware, and stuff like that, like software spells, hardware's physical attacks, and then I forgot what defense was, RAM or something like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Jack was very highly rated. This looks cool. It's Station to Station. It's a Vauxhall based train simulator game.
Attention passengers, the Station to Station Express is now approaching platform 1.
Looks
Please
cool,
prepare for a journey like...
Love Vauxhall-based games.
From sun-kissed
Eventually these
dunes
Vauxhalls are going to get
to
so
emerald
small they're
woods,
going to be as
or the
size of a
heartbeat of
pixel.
the Wild West,
And then games
every
will be
station
amazing.
tells its tale.
Remnant Records. Again, this is a horror game. And McPixel Free, which apparently is bonkers. Whatever this game is, it's just like crazy pants. It's just like, you just grab it. Yeah, so there we are. That's McPixel Free. And that is essentially is Remnant from the Ashes. Remnant from the Ashes, it's a bit like, if you haven't played it, it's like a Dark Souls style game. But more Bloodborne-y, but you've got a gun in it as well. Because you did have a gun in Bloodborne.
Staying on the move is essential.
So
the players must sprint out of
shooty
enemy
and
fire,
it's Dark Souls
dodge
as well.
devastating attacks, and use the environment to their
Looks cool.
advantage.
Looks really cool. Yeah, so that's a great month on your choice. And again, I've forgotten how much it is. It's only like $8.99, something like that. It's not much. But let's go and have a look at the bundles, the game bundles. My throat is getting really dry. Bear with me too. I just can't have a... Like I say, I do these in one cut. So. Right. So they have added a couple of new ones since last week, and they've added this dinosaur one, which is Jurassic World Evolution. And essentially for £15 you get both Jurassic Park Evolution. So again, I don't remember earlier I was saying about theme park game. I've never played one of these Jurassic World games, but essentially they're like the theme park games. But you don't just get the two Jurassic World games, 1 and 2. You get all their DLCs, of which there's quite a bit. And now, I'm not a big fan when companies drop a game and then drop DLC after DLC after DLC. Like, I can understand, like, a game comes out and then you have one big DLC, a bit like what the old Elder Scrolls used to do years ago. Oblivion had one big DLC. They never did it with it much for Skyrim. They did smaller ones, didn't they? I'd rather a company just do a big DLC rather than these little nickel and dime you. Because a lot of time you go back to the game, but you only go back to it for a few hours. I'd rather go back to a game if you've got to go back for 12 hours or whatever gameplay. But anyway, I'm just rambling on now, but that's not a bad deal. 15 quid. Now you could even just go pay for the £3 and get the first Jurassic World with 4 of the DLCs. I mean, that's enough to get you going and enjoying. Or for £7.51 you get the first game, the second game, and some of the DLCs for each one. So let's have a look. I think that is all the DLC for the first game, and the second game's just the game. And then for £11.27 you get a curated mix of DLCs and the games, and it's just too much DLC going on there for my liking. But there we go. But there is another one let's talk about, and that is Warhammer. And this is a one-off payment of £11.21 for, what is it, 7 Warhammer games and 2 coupons as well. So if you're after this game and you want it cheaper, then you can get it 60% off and all these games for just £11. And you've got CheapSkate Battle Sector. I've got this game, I've not played it yet. Realms of Ruin Ultimate Edition as well. Inquisitor, what's that? Shooters, Blood and Teeth. Inquisitor Prophecy. Cool thing about these, they've got 4-player co-ops as well. That's cool. 4-player co-op. Cross-platform multiplayer on this one. Fast-paced aerial shooter, Dakar Squadron.
Daggers in the sky.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Looks like it's based on quite an old game. What is this Prophecy game? Let's have a quick look at it. Oh, it's a bit like a Diablo, isn't it? Let's check out a few of these. More of the same.
Cleanse the facility of
If you're
this
into these, you're going to get really into these. Anyway, so that's your humble bundles. And your choices as well. So we will come back now to the full game. So yeah, really good month actually. Amazon again knocking it out the park this month. Not so good off Epic Games this week, but next week looks like a good one. Good month for PlayStation Network owners with Dead Space. That's great. Was it Dead Space? Yes, it was Dead Space. And obviously they've got the wrestling and the Donkey game as well, but definitely the Dead Space one is worth checking out there. What else? Deal-wise, Fanatical's not too bad. The Humble Choice definitely worth checking out. So I'm definitely going to be getting this month's Humble Choice. I've got my PlayStation Network thing already downloaded. So yeah, not too bad. And the Steam, plenty of stuff on Steam, and I think I'm going to get. I know I showed the £5 edition of Borderlands 3, but they've got all the DLC as well for $12.99 as well, and that's. I've forgotten how many DLC. It's got a season pass and some like bits and bobs to go with it. I think the season pass is like 5 new campaign missions, so I might just go for that actually. So yeah, not a bad game, and I hope you like the new look of the thumbnails as well. I've gone for a cleaner looking thumbnail. So I know someone asked me last week where was my video from the week before. So yeah, I did do one. I've done one every week since I've been back, but the gods off the tubes as they are, sometimes my stuff just doesn't get pushed out the way it should. And a lot of times these videos I do put all this work in and I get less than 100 views, which really isn't fair. And again, all I wish and all I ask for you is just to hit the like button if you've enjoyed this and it's helped you along. So anyway, I've been Glyn, this has been CheapSkate Gaming, or the Wokeapotamus if you're on Rumble. This has been your freebie weekly roundup, and I'm done, I'm out of here, and we'll see you next week, guys. Bye now.
You know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over and join the crew. They'll show you how to game and save money too. CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over.